Hey, what is up, everybody? Today's June 16th, 2019. Happy Father's Day. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about and a big week ahead. I'm trying to figure out. I think what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to make this a longer video for the people that are in my VIP group and stuff. So, because I'm going to do one to go on Instagram TV, IGTV, but those can only be 10 minutes. So sometimes it's really hard to fit everything in that I want to talk about. So that being said, so I'm not going to rush into this. Thanks for watching. If this is your first introduction to me and you're watching me on YouTube or maybe from my Instagram story or whatever, click the links below to get started, man. We have an amazing group of traders and I do this for real, man. This is what I do. And I've been doing it for a while now. I've taught a lot of people my methods, my strategies, and we have a great time navigating the markets together. So if that's what you want, like to be a part of a community of traders, and I'm telling you, that is what it takes. Like, you know, it's really, really hard and difficult to do this on your own because it's a tough market out there, and you're only going against the pros one-on-one. Head to head, and doing this with the community. And you know, the thing is, a lot of people have been with me for a while, and I'm talking like years now. And there's some really good traders in my group, and shout out to you guys. I don't have to name any names, but you know who you are. I mean, you've gone through the process of being in my mastermind groups, and you know, still be going through the ups and downs of the market with me as well, because you know, the market's not a smooth elevator ride. It's like this, but the thing is, we're going like this, right? And that's how it works. So if you want to get started, if you want to be with a group with some awesome vibes, and that's very supportive, that's not like ego driven, that's more like educational basis, check us out, man. Click the links below. It's free to get started in our Telegram, and we would love to have you. So that being said, let's go through the charts I shared in the VIP group, and really what I'm talking about and what I'm looking at, what the whole market is looking at is the dollar for sure. And, you know, because of that massive turnaround on Friday. So let me share my screen. I already have it pulled up here. And what I really want to talk about, what the whole market is going to have its eyes on. I mean, it's actually going to be a really, really big week coming up here, and starting off the week's going to be more about the euro, right? And so euro got a huge rejection. I did a video about it. Like if it was gonna break that 113.20 level, then it would be a huge bullish move for the euro, but it didn't happen. In fact, it got rejected. So it's a bit of a false breakout, and so we're trading back in that huge range on euro USD. Let me pull up Euro USD here. And so we have some statements coming from Draghi at the first of the week. Not necessarily potentially going to be a huge market mover, but you never know. And so this is a weekly chart, right? We had divergence down here. We were in this range, but we got rejected big time. Like if we're looking at this weekly candle, look at that. Railroad tracks, right? So that's when two candles are set about the same distance. So it didn't quite get filled out there, really. So, but let's go into a daily chart. So we have multiple lines and potential breakouts here. And so this is my fanning trend line method that if you've gone through my training, you would be familiar with. But the fact is, we're in a wedge. We're going to break out of the wedge. However, so let me put these lines back in place that are here. We were unable to break this level here, right? So we get big rejection. Where is that next trend line? And so next stop really is this level right here, right? So this is what the market is going to be looking for, not so much out of Draghi, but out of the Fed, which is on Wednesday. And this Wednesday is going to be massive, massive market mover for the dollar specifically. And so let's take a look at some of the pairs I shared. This is what it looks like in my signal channel. I share my charts at the beginning of every week. And so this is what I just drew on Euro USD. Let's take a look at the pound dollar. And so if this is going to break lower, if in fact the the Fed is hawkish, right? So they're expected to leave rates unchanged. But however, the reason that I'm thinking, I've been playing a move on the pound for a while now, and as soon as it's looking like, since Theresa May steps down, Boris Johnson looks like the front runner to take her place, and I think that's going to be the thing that's going to really skyrocket the pound for sure, because still nobody really knows what's going on, but it's something different, right? And the pound is way overextended. I'd shared a chart on GJ, and same thing. We're at a huge low here. GJ looks like a pretty potential double bottom setup here. If we put it on 4 hour, divergent RSI, and pretty in line with this trend line here. Of course, we have this could be drawn from down there from the flash crash, which definitely is a potential possibility. But right now we're on this huge level of support here. You can see this is very, very strong. So we'll see if it holds. I think if we do get some pound strength, that it will. But on the other side of that is if the dollar comes out ripping. Take a look at the dollar index. All these pairs, EU, GU, AU, most likely going to move lower. So this is what happened last week, and especially Friday was the big day here. Everybody was positioned for this to break down, but it just didn't, right? It got a lot of people faked out. And, we're in this pattern now, right? And so I think the next target's this little X right here, this confluence, which is going to come in at, around 98, and so if the Fed comes out super hawkish, then, and we break above here, finally, that's going to be a massive, massive, massive turnaround, which brings me to gold. And I've been playing this on the short side and got run over a little bit, but it's playing out like I thought it would, as far as, I thought, well, the last stop is this huge trend line here. Looks like my battery's about to die, so I'm going to wrap this up. This huge trend line at the top here, which we got a big rejection. And if we go out to a weekly chart, this is a massive textbook wedge here. So it's going to be interesting. It'll be nice to find a good rally here to sell, to get back in. Maybe, and I was looking at it on daily chart, and this could be a nice potential double top setting up here, right? This huge wick, this big rejection, and move lower, creating a double top. We get below this level. And it could be much, much, much lower for gold, right? And then we have this trend line, which was holding up. We break below here, and this is only if there's a big turnaround on the dollar coming from this Fed meeting, which would be the catalyst to bring it. Then it would be positioning us to retest these lows at 1200. Now this is a super long term. I'm not expecting this to happen when the market opens today, but if we can't break this barrier, right, then the risk to reward is really, really good for shorts all the way down to this level, retesting 1200, and then which would make a great play to ride this back up later in the year. So it's going to be an interesting week. I hope you found this video helpful, and really more than anything, all eyes are on the dollar this week. And if it comes out strong, I'm going to be looking to buy USD CAD, buy dollar yen is an excellent, like, you know, all this, the dollar was super weak until the turnaround, but dollar yen held up pretty well. Okay, so that's telling me that this is really just gearing up for a move back up to 110. We look on a daily chart, you know, this is a beautiful setup. Double bottom right here. I wouldn't call it a double bottom, but potential bear flag. But if we break higher, the dollar gets some strength, then we have an excellent, excellent target in place around, well, 111 even, long term. So it's going to be an exciting week. Thanks for watching. I hope you dug this video, and I really, really hope that you give us a try. If you haven't already, and for all the people that are in my group, thanks so much. We really appreciate the support. Let's get it. Let's have an amazing week this week, and I'll see you in the chat rooms. All right, everybody. Happy Father's Day.